Hi folks, Moz here. Announced that React with a mixed bag of responses, I could say. I have on my workbench today the 1 to 24th scale Supermarine Spitfire Mk.IXc Flying Dray. We're going to look inside the box and discuss and talk about what this could mean for the future of Airfix and their future releases. Now, this review is not going to be huge because I've already done a Mark 9. If you want to go and see that, there's a link to it up here or here. I've broken this video down as best I can in chapters. So if you don't want to see the sprues again because you've already seen them before, you don't want to see the instructions because you've seen them before, just jump to where you want to watch. All right, that's simple. It's a long video, but I do understand that this has been released before, so I have added chapters to this video so you can jump to the next section. Okay, try to make it simple. I am going just to really focus on just going through the sprues as quickly as I can so you can see the detail of the sprues. Quick look at the instructions, but I want to really more focus on the resin parts, the instructions for the resin parts, and the masking set. So we're going to quickly zoom through a lot of this. I'm not going to explain, just going to show you all the sprues and then get on to the instructions and then onto the resin and see how they fit to this kit. All right, so let's head over to the workbench. And here we are, the 1/24th Supermarine Spitfire Mk.IXc Flying Dray. Beers away. Just want to mention that I was invited by Airfix to go to the factory and see this kit produced when it was first released. I think it was 4 years ago. Only joking. It's actually made here in England on the south coast, just there. And if you want to go and see the video I did of the factory tour where they produced this Spitfire, I'll leave a link here or here. And Airfix released this at React, and it was a big announcement for them because it comes with things that I don't think we would have expected Airfix to release a kit with. It will, and I will go into the box and see what they've given us. And yep, they are available on the Airfix website, which I'll link below, but they are cheaper on other scale model websites. But anyways, I got mine and I'm really pleased with it. Let's have a look at the edge of the box. It comes with set includes resin parts and canopy mask set, and you can see you've got some images there of the plane. Now, you know, they've done Mark 9s before, they've done Mark 8s, and but they've never released a kit with these extra parts and a masking set. Here you've got all the warnings in different lingo. Let's here it is. So you've got 3 markings. So you've got here Supermarine Spitfire Mark 9, which was the number 302 Polish Squadron, France, August 1944, which comes with, or you can use the barrels underneath if you so wish, and nice little decal there, and they've got the invasion stripes, obviously. And then you've got the Mark 9, which is 611 Squadron, Biggin Hill 1942, and they've also got this one here, which is number 73 Squadron, Royal Air Force motor. So you've got a motor scheme, 1946, so after the war. So again, 3 schemes with this kit. Besides, it is a skill level 4, and you will need numerous paints to do this scheme. And yeah, there's information there. Limited edition kit includes precision resin bomb racks, beer barrels, external fuel tank, and canopy mask set. And yeah, so So these flights would not have been recorded as such in the pilot's logbooks, which leaves little official proof as to exact details of these ad hoc deliveries. If you're wondering why there's not a Johnny Johnson scheme on this, there's no actual proof that he did. He never mentioned it in his autobiographies, he never mentioned it in any interviews. He does mention about these flights with beer barrels underneath, and but I'm pretty sure that if he was part of a mission to bring kegs of beer across, he would have gladly shared that information, but alas he didn't. And the one scheme they have found that genuinely did bring a barrel of beer across to France was this one here, scheme A. So if you're wondering why there's no Johnny Johnson, because there is no proof, and you know, people have researched it to the hilt, and as I said, I'm pretty damn sure if if I was one of those pilots that did this, I would mention it. And in his autobiography, he only mentions it as a way of bringing beer barrels over. He never says that his Spitfire did so. But anyways, there's the Airfix logo embossed on the back of the box, which is such nice. Now, if I'm right, we should be able to open it as a top opening box. And we will lift this up. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you want, the code for this kit is A17001A. Okay, made in England, this one, in the south coast. So yeah, English done. So let's have a look, shall we? And first off, you've got sprue, clear sprue in the bag. So let's just zoom in on the parts. You can see you've got the all the glass that you need for this kit. Very nice. So yeah, look at that. You've got there with all the markings. You can see molded in. Then you've got one which is clear. So if you want to paint that one up, you can. Or you can use the decal sheet on that one. It's a clear part. Remember, they come with two canopies. They've got one which is not accurate because of how tooling works, but they have added this one here which is accurate, but you've got a seam line down the top that you'll have to do some work on. But yeah, there you go, that's the glass for you on this kit. Okay, that's Sprue X, by the way. Sprue M, you can see the detail on that. It's incredible detail on this kit. And there's the ejector pin marks underneath. Moving on to Sprue A, which is the main fuselage body. And again, look at all that detail. 1/24 scale, simply lovely. So I'm just showing you the sprues. As I said, we can unbox this kit many times, whether it's the Mk.IXc, the original release, or the Mark 8, mostly all the same. So Sprue A, which is on paper. Now on to Sprue C, which is the wings. See all that, all those rivets, all recessed. It's a absolutely stunning kit. Perfect. No short shots I can see so far. There you go. And underneath, so these are the top of the wings. You can see the inside the gear bay there. Very nice. Cool. And the final bit of paper is the lower quite wide, isn't it? And again, just looking at all the detail here. Lots and lots of detail. If I'm right, I think it was a 2-year design on this one, and it was done over COVID, allegedly. So plenty of hours have been put into this by the designer. Then was Chris, and I can't remember his surname now, but yeah, fantastic. Yeah, can't see any short shot, no flash. It's 100 quid's worth of plastic, so we shouldn't see any of that. And it's made in England, make that a point as well. Now we get to the sprues in the bag. So what I'll do is I'll just go through and cut the bags open and then move straight into it. This one, I'm not going in any particular order. This is sprue L. So you can get nice and close, see the detail of this kit. So I'm not going to comment too much on it. I don't think there's any need. Just looking through all the bits, looking out for short shot, any flash, and you can't see any, can you? And there's some props there. It's just, yeah, it's blind really, isn't it? Okay, turn it around so you can look on the rear side. It says, you know, it's just for you to have a look at all the parts and see. So that's sprue L. Okay, sprue D. You see the massive sprues. Plenty of plastic here. Turn them over. There you go. Get close again. See all the detail that's on these parts. There you go. That's the base. Some tanks. Inside the fuselage there for the cockpit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lovely. So that was sprue D, and then you've got E, N, and J. So there's E. See close. In town. And E. And then N. And J, which has the wheels on and the carriage. You see it's got Dunlop on the rims there. Oh, great detail there. There's your hubs. You've got two sorts as well. You've got three, one inside, outside. Have a look at that in the instructions. You've got a choice. And just quickly going on the back, you can just have a little look. But yeah, it's a gorgeous kit. One of the best, the flagship kit from Airfix. So this is sprue K, one of my favourite parts, favourite sprues, because it's mostly engine. And I've always said that if they could have put all the parts for the engine on one sprue, they could sell the engine on its own. You see there, rocket cover. See that? Let's focus that a little bit. See that? Rolls Royce. And the covers there. Okay, focus. It's better. Exhaust there. It is a stunning kit, isn't it? It's lovely, isn't it? Beautiful. So that's sprue K, and then you have sprue H. Again, lots of detail on the tail, fins, rudder. Giving you choices here. Good detail. Quite a lot of plastic here. As I said, I don't see any flash or short shot. Great, isn't it? Turn them over. Great. Right, there you go. Okay, sprue F. Again. Your spars. There's your weapons. Yeah. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Getting more weapons there, more spars. And all these ejected pin marks are hidden. Great. Again, that was sprue F. Then sprue G, the final sprue. See all the detail there, all recessed panel lines and rivets and extra big rivets. Here they are. So much to do on this kit. I've not, you know, it is. I think this might even be my Christmas build. If I can get that 1 30-second Bearcat from Trumpeter done, I think I might do this over Christmas. Just do live streams over Christmas where I'm building it, just for a bit of fun. There you go. I said, how many videos have been done on this kit? You know, I've done a review of the original. I can't remember now these things. Right, so there you go, and that is sprue G. Okay, in the bag there is the slipper tank, which we'll have a look in a minute, and to the left here, these are the racks and the barrels, but we'll put them to one side. I just want to quickly show you the decal sheet. Right, one decal sheet with all of the stencil data, all of the roundels, everything. So, you know, these are all your common ones, so you can do all the flight display or single parts for decals if you so wish. And then what's that say there? Come on, focus. Can you focus for me? Try and do that again. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? Location for tip, steady and trestle. Cowling fasteners. There you go. I just want to show you over here. These are lovely, these are, for Scheme C. Love those roundels. And then this is the one that you're probably looking at. Bang. If you're getting close, you can see Henty and Constable, Brewers Limited, Chichester. There's your barrel, there's your slipper fuel tank, and there's your other markings, which will be blended with the invasion stripes. So common A and C, so you've got more. So common A and B, common for B, common for B. There's your common ones there. Brilliant. I like Just jumping in very quickly to ask a bit of a favour. If you are enjoying the content on this channel and are not yet a subscriber, will you please consider becoming a subscriber? It's really simple and it's free. All you've got to do is click subscribe, and if you ring that bell, click all, you'll be notified when I release a new video. If you are a subscriber, will you please feel free to like this video, and at the end of the video I will put up content or links to content where you can watch other content on my channel. All this really helps. Again, huge thanks to all of you who are subscribers. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Okay, now I'm just going to look at the instructions really. So here's all your cockpit decals here, plenty of them. And yeah, I want to just go through and just see. It's really nice paper, this. It's not like the thin, but it's like real, like good sturdy instructions. There are 3 build options for the door. Yeah, I understand that. You can choose closed, open, depending on the canopy. So let's there you got these here. You got A, C and B, so you got choices. I'm just trying to find where you put how you do the slipper tank, and just going through it quickly. You know, as I was saying, this is you know, if you've seen the original Spitfire instructions, okay, note when building this model with the cowling covers attached, there's no need to build the whole engine. But if you want to build the whole engine, go for it. So, yeah, so you build up the engine. Just going through it quickly. You can always slow the video down or pause the video if you want to see anything different. But I just want to see how they've added the instructions for the tank and the barrels. This is all for undercarriage down. You've got the choice of canopies there. One less bulge, one with the big bulge. So if you want to clean up the seam line, you can. And then here you go, the prop's all done, the prop built. And then assembling resin parts. So it's telling you here, there's your beer barrel, your slipper tank. They're saying the parts can be attached using super glue or epoxy glue. Follow user's instructions on the adhesive product. The beer barrels can be assembled with or without optional aerodynamic fairing. Part P2 and P3. In period photographs, the fairings appear to have been made from part of a drop tank used by the P51 Mustangs. Mode lines can be removed with sanding pad or file. So telling you exactly what to do here with them. And then let's look at the slipper tank. There you go. Let's get up close. You can have a good old look at it first. There's the slipper tank. Raised rivets on this one. Raised. And there's no need to clean this up, but the bit you have to remove is that. And that's where you've got to remove you. So you've got to cut on the instructions all the green. But there you go. There it is. So it's saying here to cut these off and then file them back. I personally, I would use like a razor saw. My favourite one is this one, which I got from Italy, the hypercut saw. And if you go looking for one of them, these are fantastic and easy. Put your finger on there and just cut away. on that one. Hypercut saw. I use that on most of my resin parts, to be fair. Okay, so that fits on just there in between the undercarriage. So do that first. We'll just quickly look at the barrels themselves, right up close. Zoom in on the barrels and just look at the detail. Even got the Airfix logo on them, which is pretty smart. You see that? The detail. They feel quite smooth. Actually, they feel very smooth. So they're cast resin, they're not 3D printed. So they're so smooth. Very, very nice. And then you'll have 4 of these, which are the tops of the keg. And they've got like a little lip there. So in theory, once you cut them off, they will slot in there, but you need to clean this off. So go around there gently. Yeah, I wouldn't rip them apart. I would gently just cut them or just score them with a blade until you get all the way through, and then just gently, as you can see there's a gap. So you just want to cut around there gently, a little bit of a sand up, make it nice and smooth, and then go in by here, try and line them up with the boards there, I guess, and away you go. And there you go, that's the barrels. Tidy. And if you want to do the fairings, which go on the front, again, you're going to cut this part off here and just stay in there to cut. Yeah, so you want to cut up to that line there. Cut up to that line there. Blend, you know, just what I would do is cut them, and then gently with wet and dry paper, sandpaper or glass paper, go forwards and back until they're completely flush to that line there. That's the one you want. You get 2 of them to go on the front. Brilliant. Okay. Again, P5. You want to cut all this off here. So you want to cut or just try and remove all this here, all the way around. Here as well. Remove all that. All that there. Be very gentle with it, because it'll be quite fragile, depending on which side you go. And then again, you want to grab these, remove them here, very gently there. In there, so they're basically, you're moving all this area here, back, all that, back, and just sand them up nice, and they'll go flush. Perfect. That's P4. So going back to the instructions, putting the slipper tank on, then you're affixing the barrels. And then if you want, you can put the aerodynamic fairing on the front. And then you're building up the bomb racks. So you put P4 that side, so they're both the same, P4 either side. And there's like little slots there, I guess, that you can, yeah, there's little slots there. So when you move it, so you want to keep them bits in there. Just want to make sure it's, so you know exactly what you're doing. So there you go, there's whips, come on, focus, there you go. Keep that bit there, and you may have to drill them out, I guess. So yeah, so basically you put in these on, P4 and P4, both the same. Then P5 and P6 go on the front, P7 and P8 go to the back. And you could decide how you want to attach your barrel with the aerodynamic fairing and all that. And there you go, and that's what it will look like when done. Okay, one masking sheet And I'm just wondering if there are they numbered, or is it just have a guess on how they go on the canopy? I need to look into that on the instructions. But you can see there it's LX007, so they've already created this masking set. So if you had an Edard masking set for this, you would know this fits perfectly. Right, just quickly looking at the call out sheets. They're telling you here invasion stripe should be 1:1 is 18 inches. So you're going down to 0.75 inch, which is 19.5 centimeters. And then you go white, black, white, black, white, same here. So you basically, if I was you, I would just go over with white. You add up all these. So yeah, you can do one big white strip if you can measure from there to there, or white, and then just put some 3 bits of tape down and do the black. Quite simple, really. Simple. And the decals 59 and 58 fuselage roundels and 139 132 should be applied over the painted evasion stripes. So 140 should be under, yeah, so they're all under, and then you just keep that, that's fine. And then 137 is the Poland flag. And so this is the Spitfire, and I can't say that. I'm just gonna let that go, you know. And then you've got the barrel colours there, all in Humbrol, which is natural, matte natural wood. And then you've got metallic silver, and then you've also got matte black. And then gunmetal there for the rack. Nice, nice. B scheme again. So this participated in a sortie providing rear support and escort to a B-17 Flying Fortress on their way to attack the Luftwaffe air depot at Romilly-sur-Seine. See, again, more information there from Flight Sergeant Douglas Reddy. Overshot the runway and his Spitfire ended up nose over outside the perimeter fence. So this one crashed, and you've got all those schemes there. And the nose is matte red brown on the front. Okay, so there you go. And then the other side is all the stencil data. So if you're doing A and C, you'd use this one. If you're using B, it will be this one. Very nice, very, very nice. So yeah, I did it slowly so you could see all the sprues. There was no flash. I didn't see any short shot. I was very impressed again with the quality of this kit. It's always been a very good quality kit. I understand people were disappointed that the Airfix did a big hoo-ha on this surprise release, and some people were expecting a brand new tooling. Me personally, not really. React wouldn't be a place, I don't think, to do a brand new tooling. But for Airfix, this was a big release in the sense of that they have added things to this kit that they have never done before. Now, I don't remember an Airfix kit coming with a masking set for the glass, and I have for years said that Airfix should produce some sort of masking set, or go in that one step back, do what likes of Armour Hobby does, and puts a stencil, so that in the instructions that you can put tape on and cut around, so that you know that would have been a really, really good addition to the Airfix kit. And people have often said, you know, oh, this could do with a masking set. You know, the Anson, for instance, that would be an incredible kit for glass, because, you know, a quarter of the body, the fuselage, is glass, and there's a lot, you can see a lot inside, so there's a lot of masking up. Or even the Heinkel HE111, the Airfix are re-releasing with new parts. To put a masking set in that would be genius. And so can you see that, you know, I see why Airfix put the masking set and these resin parts into this kit. It's because it's the flagship. It's the largest Spitfire they do, one of the most accurate Spitfires that they've done. It's the best 1/24 scale Spitfire out there. So why not embrace these new technologies that are available to the scale modeler onto their flagship product? And, you know, this could be a trial to see how well received an Airfix kit would be with the masking set and these cast resin parts that take very little work to get them ready, to fit them with some sort of cryacrylate glue. Is it cryacrylate glue? You know, super glue. So why not try something on a kit this good? And also the fact that they have teamed up with a company to do this with. We all know that this 1/24 Spitfire is a lovely kit, and for them to try this out, I can't see, you know, another kit I would put it on. You know, the Anson, yeah, you know, definitely. But when you've got a kit with a lot of glass that needs to be masked, then if Airfix did stick in a masking set, I think this is the future for Airfix. It's a game changer for me. But then you had all the comments online because people were upset it wasn't a new tool release. So I don't remember really the advert. I just heard that there was going to be a surprise release through Twitter or X, but people were saying that the way it was worded, it was going to be this amazing release, and they were kind of hoodwinked by it. But I really can't see, or what I've seen, it didn't come across that way. Well, at least to me anyway. So everybody seems to have jumped on that it was going to be this brand new tool, and then they were disappointed because of this Spitfire, that yeah, this is its third release, but they gave us exactly what we wanted. We wanted kits with resin parts, we wanted kits with masking sets, and then people just was like, oh no. You know, sometimes this Airfix is like damned if they do, damned if they don't, and that's kind of unfair. I know the price is £119 and you get a free glass, a pint glass. There are other scale model shops out there who are selling it for under, well, just over 100 quid. You know, the 10% off. So if you want to go down that route, you know, go for it. And you will still get a pint glass in it. So yeah, I don't know what much else to say really on that. One thing that was missing from this is the instructions for the masking set. So if I've got one here which I'm missing, then I'll have a word with Airfix anyway. But normally when you, because they're Edard or Edward, somebody's told me, or Eduard, however you want to say it. This is a mask set for the Airfix A6 M20 1/72 scale. You get the masking sheet, and there is a call out sheet where to put the masks to, but I haven't got that in this. So I'll give Airfix a little ring and just say, am I missing something here? And take it from there. But other than that, I absolutely love the vision of what Airfix are doing. You know, as I said, flagship product with new technologies. I think it's a great idea, and I was one to get one. So yeah, I'd like to know how many of you do have this Spitfire now in your stash. Will you leave a comment below and let me know if you're going to build it with that A scheme, with all the resin underneath, or you're just going to do scheme B or scheme C. But there you go. As I say, I'm not here to defend Airfix. I do look at Airfix with rose tinted glasses, but I'm more chuffed that Airfix have gone down this road. And let's hope and let's see where else you're going to see masking sets in an Airfix kit. They are available on the Airfix website. I'll link in the description box below. They are limited edition with a limited edition glass. If you want to purchase one, please use the link below or go to your local model shop and purchase one there. And I think that's it from me. I don't really have much to add. I hope this video was interesting for you. So if it was, give it a like. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider being a subscriber. All you've got to do is click subscribe or ring that bell. Click all and you'll be notified when I release a new video, and to subscribe to this channel is completely free. A huge shout out go to my channel members who help me financially with this channel. If you'd like to become a channel member, click join below and select with membership tier you so wish. We do have a scale model meetup live streamed that you can come and join us, and we build on the bench and we talk and we discuss technique, and we just have a bit of fun whilst we're working on our models. If you'd like to become part of that, just click join below. In one of the four corners will be a video or a playlist of other content on my channel. Will you please consider watching that as well? And I will see you in the next video. Take care.